Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's session on Principal. I am Jocelyn Hergutini, Operations Manager at HSRI for Employers. HSRI for Employers is the exclusive source to offer clients options from multiple insurance companies across all metal levels. Clients are able to customize a plan that works for them and do not have to meet eligibility requirements to enroll. We also offer the defined contribution model, which allows clients to set their healthcare budget and employees are able to choose the plan that works for them. We have partnered with NSC Health to provide benefits such as life, vision, telehealth, pet insurance, and much more through a variety of carriers. You and your clients can shop, enroll, and pay for benefits quickly and easily while receiving top-notch customer service. I'd like to introduce today's presenter. With us from Principal is Mike Barry, the Senior Sales Representative at Principal Financial Group. A recorded version of this webinar will be available for download and viewing through healthsourceri.com/employers. We'd love to hear from you. We will be taking questions through the webinar software. There's a chat icon in the middle bottom. Just click it and type your question, and we will answer all questions at the end. So without further ado, I'll hand it over to Mike.
Thank you, Jocelyn, and good afternoon, everyone. Happy New Year. My name is Mike Barry, representing the Principal Financial Group, and we're very excited to unleash this webinar here for a multitude of reasons. Principal and HSRI for Employers have had a working relationship now for a couple of years, and each year truly is better than the last, and it has so much to do with all of the agents and consultants that are dialing in here today. We really appreciate the support, and as you guys know from the HSRI for Employers team, it's a major, major push and focus here to expand the ancillary portfolio and expand our presence for the state of Rhode Island. There's a lot of value here and a lot of opportunity that we all see together, and we're very, very excited to continue on this portfolio and presentation that we've been building towards for a couple of years now. So in this presentation, we're going to talk mainly about three different products: group term life insurance, group long-term disability insurance, and group vision insurance. And with the respect of time, we're going to keep this high level as far as talking through brief needs and value that we bring to the table here, and of course jumping into some of the product differentiators. At the end, we'll wrap up very high level. Everything that we learn here today and that we discuss is going to be run and quarterbacked, if you will, through the great team that you already know at HSRI for Employers. That's how you obtain a quote. That's how you obtain paperwork. And once we have business to discuss and some sold, committed cases, that's when we all put it together for you guys and come out with a uniform front and presentation. So I'll jump into the presentation here. First, we're going to talk about group term life insurance. And as part of the value, group life insurance is all about putting the employees first, protecting what they value most, whether that be the family that depends on them, the financial obligations that they have, mortgage, other debts, cars, whatever it may be. As you all know, life insurance is what protects those assets and those family members should something take place. With group term life insurance, it's all about the immediate, ongoing, and future needs. And what's great about the group world is that these needs can be met with cost-effective premiums, guarantee issue amounts, and flexible plan designs. And what that is all about is making this easy for your employers. But what a lot of people tend to ask us when we get to a presentation situation is, well, how much life insurance do I need? I have individual life insurance that I got through a friend of mine, and I feel like we have enough at this point. And sure, individual life insurance is a vital solution in the product portfolio for financial protection. What group insurance does on top of this is layers in guarantee issue amounts, which means no health questions whatsoever. And for a group of 5, which is our minimum for guarantee issue amounts, we can guarantee $50,000 of life insurance for each employee. So that's no health questions asked when we're talking guarantee issue. So that's important to keep in mind when we get the question, which we often do, well, how much life insurance do I need? Typical answer, 7 to 10 times an annual salary is what most experts recommend at this point. So that can be accomplished a multitude of ways, and one of the easiest ways and most cost-effective ways is guarantee issue group life insurance, which we can offer here. As mentioned, particularly when comparing to individual rates, and that's a common theme that will come up here, group life insurance is extremely affordable. Over the past few years, we're seeing roughly an average of about $10 per employee per month for the cost of life insurance to the employer. And that's for $50,000 of guaranteed coverage. So we're talking with, in relative to individual plans especially, and also to the market that's out there, very affordable group rates, typically offered at 2-year rate guarantees. This starts at 5 lives on the plan is when we get to guarantee issue, as mentioned. We also have payroll deduction features. Payroll deduction comes into play when we talk about voluntary term life. So group term life insurance is typically employer-sponsored, 100% paid by the company. But we can also offer voluntary term life insurance, and voluntary term life would be set up on a payroll deduction. The plan designs can vary. There's a lot of flexibility, which is why we didn't inundate this screen with the different plan design options. But each employer group is unique, and we can discuss available plans as you guys get into certain situations. And last but not least on this page, I'll just reiterate and highlight the guaranteed coverage. Guarantee issue is a very, very unique feature to the group insurance world. $50,000 of guaranteed coverage starts at 5 lives enrolled, which is an excellent, excellent feature when we're rolling out new coverages to new employers and employees. That's very high level on the life insurance, so what I'd like to reiterate there is that 5 lives is typically our baseline for guarantee issue coverage. We see that life insurance is most often paid for by the company. However, we do have voluntary term life insurance that's also available too with 5 enrolled or more. So moving on to the next slide, we're getting into a brief overview, which is challenging to do because disability is so complicated and thorough. And for the insurance geeks on the line here, and I say that lovingly, myself included, we could spend a lot of time talking about long-term disability. Now, in the great state of Rhode Island, of course, there's TDI. And there are 5 states in the country right now that have state-mandated plans. Rhode Island is one of 5. Rhode Island is the richest plan by far. It is a great plan that Rhode Island residents pay into through taxes, and they get excellent protection provided by the state for the short term. What happens if a disability exceeds what the state plan covers? That's where we get into long-term disability coverage, and that's where Principal can help layer on coverage in addition to and beyond what the state provides. We would tailor this plan to pick up right after the state plan would end, and long-term disability allows the employees to focus on taking care of themselves and getting healthy in the best way that they can given the situation. The bills, of course, keep showing up at work, or bills show up at the house whether or not you can work and earn an income. So what happens if you can't earn an income? Long-term disability would pay a monthly benefit that is typically 60% of an employee's income. And long-term disability pays for the long term. It's typically out to Social Security normal retirement age, which depends on year of birth. This is a nice slide, but I won't spend a lot of time on because it is here for your reference on the screen. But how likely is a disability? Well, often we can encounter the conversation of, well, that's not going to happen to me. I'm healthy. I haven't had any medical history. There's nothing in my family. And I don't think that this would happen to me. The stats would show otherwise. And with the life insurance conversation, we all know that there is an end of the road at some point for all of us with life insurance. Well, what happens more likely than not as you lead up to that. Many of the deaths, and statistically that we encounter, someone was hurt leading up to that, or they were very sick leading up to that. And during that time frame that you can't work, what happens to all the invoices and obligations that you have while you can't work? That's long-term disability. What's nice about long-term disability is that the checks are sent directly to the claimant. We typically set up electronic deposits so they just appear automatically in each employee's bank account. It allows them the freedom to do with the money whatever it is that they need, pay obligations, pay family members, pay hospital bills, whatever that case may be. They decide. It is complete freedom to do what they need to do with those benefit checks. And again, benefit checks for long-term disability, typically 60% of earnings, up to roughly a $6,000 max per month, paid direct to the employees. And the benefits, this is a familiar slide, are similar to the life insurance conversation. Individual disability is an underwritten product. There are health questions to go through, and it's typically at a much higher cost than the group, for sure. So there's a lot of bang for the buck with long-term disability. It can also be set up as payroll deduction if the company is not funding it. And the guarantee issue coverage, again, starts at 5 lives enrolled. So this is a hugely popular benefit in demand in Rhode Island because it's somewhat of a simpler conversation. With the state funding the short-term solution, we need to search to a private company, and with HSRI for employers to help out with the long-term solution for someone who needs it most. The last product that we'll talk about today is probably most in demand as far as utilization. So a bad insurance joke, but while life and long-term disability are very important, of course, we don't want anyone to have to use it. Health insurance and vision insurance is highly sought after, high in demand, and we want to encourage utilization. So what we're finding with vision insurance is that there's a new demand and a new focus on employees that want to use this benefit. Now, the coverage that Principal can offer is on our invoice, it's on our account number, it's on our service team. So there's no different invoice that shows up, and it's all through the same great service team at HSRI for employers. The network is through the VSP Choice Network, which is one of the largest in the country. The vision insurance is providing coverage for exams as well as all hardware, frames, lenses, and contacts. Once you get into the designer glass category or progressive lenses, there's coverage there as well with significant discounts. The network that I referenced, again, is VSP Choice Network, which is huge in the private optometry world. In full disclosure, it's not a box store network. Walmart has their own network. Costco is not in this network. But the VSP Choice Network is huge for private optometrists, which is an excellent feature to take advantage of. And as this demand for vision insurance has grown, it's kind of been a result of maybe an employee has a hesitation to go to their doctor. Maybe they haven't been to a PCP in a while or haven't established a PCP. Same thing with the dentist. If they haven't been in a while, there can be some reservations about going. But it seems that vision may be the least intimidating of the three, if you will. And what's been a positive feature of that is the ability to uncover some serious conditions just through a simple eye exam, which are listed here. So it's all about encouraging the employees to be smart consumers, to use this plan, go and get their eyes checked, and hopefully discover anything else that may be going on that needs to be addressed. This is a quick high-level snapshot of what we had just talked about from what the vision plan is. Coverage powered by the VSP network, a traditional copay plan, typically $10 for exams and $25 for hardware, and it is covering the exams, frames, lenses, and contacts. 12-month or 24-month frequencies with up to a $150 allowance on frames and contacts with deep discounts beyond that balance. And what I'll mention quickly on the discounts is that it is no secret that eyewear has gone very expensive in the recent past. And I'm sure that many of you are hearing stories of glasses that cost well beyond $150. So what happens in that scenario, just to use some simple numbers, if you find a pair of glasses that cost $300, this plan would cover $150 first for the reimbursement. So now you're left with the $150 balance. Subtract the copay plan from the $150, which typically would be $25 in the scenario, and you're left with $125 balance. Well, that would receive about a 20 to 25% discount of the remaining balance because of the VSP Choice Network. So strong coverage as well as deep discounts for anything beyond that balance. And again, another screen here that looks familiar at this point. Very affordable group rates can be set up as payroll deduction if the company is not funding it in full, and the coverage is guaranteed. There are no health questions to go through. So as we wrap this up and trying to be sensitive of time, I'll close it with this slide and talking about some next steps. So how to obtain a quote. It's the same business engagement specialist at HSRI for employers that you know and love right now and will continue for the future 2019 and beyond. We are constantly working with HSRI for employers to streamline our process. Our teams know one another that when they receive that call from you, they reach out to me personally and we start the quote process. What we're aiming at here is prospective clients of 5 full-time employees or more, and that allows us to offer it as a company-paid benefit or employee-paid. And again, that 5 lives or more is where we're triggering guarantee issue amounts. At which point, we'll send back a quote to you for your review and hopefully approval, and then we'd love to meet. The HSRI for employer folks, happy to meet with you guys, go with you to any client meetings, and I myself am happy to be involved with boots on the ground, as they say, to enroll, educate employees, and get a case up and running. And last but not least, and that triggers the commission conversation, we pay you as the consultant on the group directly. There is no haircut to compensation through going through HSRI for employers, and there is no rate differential from using HSRI for employers versus the direct marketplace. So the HSRI for employer value is the great service team that they have here, organizing all the paperwork, getting things rolling and streamlined to principal and to the clients and for you guys. So it's a great team that they've got here, as you all know. We're excited to be rolling out these products again for 2019 and look forward to communicating with you all and having a great year. So thank you for your time, and we look forward to any questions that you have. Jocelyn, take it away.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Mike. We really appreciate you taking the time to give us all of this information. I am going to check to see. I don't see any questions on our chat function, but if we do come across any, we'll make sure to send them your way. Now, to all the brokers that are certified with HealthSource RI for employers, and you want to know more about Principal and selling via Principal, you can either contact your business engagement specialist. You can call the customer service line, which is on the screen, or you can visit our website. I am going to give you a quick run through the website so that you can see how easy it is. The website's right here. It's healthsourceri.nsphealth.com. So I am opening this page now. Okay, just give me a minute. It's loading. Okay, so this is what our website looks like. It's very user-friendly, very easy to navigate. Once you're on this website, you can just go to the employer plans where you'll be able to see all the ancillary products that we offer for groups. We just went over the life insurance, the long-term disability, as you can see there. And if you scroll down, you'll see the vision insurance. So you can select on any one that you are interested in. Once you select on it, you'll get to this website or this page where you'll be able to obtain more information about it. And if you do just want to enroll or want to know more, you can just select on request a call, just put in your first name, your last name, your email, and your phone number, and we will make sure to give you a call. Once again, it's a very easy process. As Mike said, we work with you from beginning to end. So if you have trouble with anything, you definitely have a business engagement specialist here to help you. So that's what the website looks like. Now, if you are not certified with HSRI for Employers and would like to get certified and are interested in Principal, just give me a call. My name is Jocelyn Hurd-Gutini. I will assist you in getting certified and moving forward. And just so that everybody knows what's next with HSRI for Employers, we do have our next Ancillary webinar, which is on January 9th at 12 p.m. It's in regards to Pet Best. Pet insurance, so make sure to join us. And lastly, we do want your feedback. So if you have any questions or if you have any topics or suggestions, just send them over my way and we'll make sure to include them into our future webinars. Now, once again, thank you all for joining and have a great day.